Hello and welcome to the Vibin Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Ringo, and this is my co-host, Tanner Gazelderly.
Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Y2K. Did it happen?
I think that it definitely did happen, but it not to the extent that people wanted it to happen.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Alright, that's all I wanted to know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm Tanner.
So this is our test episode to see if this is a good idea. Who knows?
Yeah, if we vibe.
Yeah. if we yeah. How many times can we say vibe, vibes, or vibin' in the show? Comment down below what you think it's going to be.
I feel like we have to do it a lot, because, now it's I have to, right? It's the brand. We say it enough, we can get it on hats and t-shirts and make profit.
Oh, fuck. Should I make a merch line at 20 subs?
oh yeah. Loyal.
That'd be great. So how you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah.
Our video has reached 103 views.
He's speaking specifically about Vibin Unreleased on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JacobRingo, RINGO. For those of you who are listening on my channel, because this is being released nowhere else. So how is quarantine, because that's the time of life that we're living in right now, how is quarantine affecting you personally?
Okay. So, most of the time, I say things suck,
Yeah.
Because it's the truth. It sucks for everyone. It's different levels of bad for most people.
Yeah.
But also, there's a part of me going, yeah, I do this most of the time. I now have an excuse not to go out, so I can do it without feeling bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm constantly watching shows and stuff, and movies, and other junk that rots your brain.
As we all do.
Yeah. But yeah, it's affecting me, but not as much as it should be.
Oh yeah? What makes you say that?
Well, that's not affecting me as much as it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm an extroverted introvert. I'm a antisocial, social person.
Okay, so that makes that makes sense. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. It's more like I like to be by myself and I like to be inside, but I also crave social interaction.
Yeah.
So I like a perfect balance, but right now.
So
I don't know,
what you're saying is that you're normal.
Is that what I am?
Yeah. I
thought I was.
That would be my interpretation of it. Everyone needs their healthy dose of social interaction, and then their healthy dose of, being alone, being with themselves, by themselves, being, able to regenerate their energy or whatever,
I thought I was quirky and not like other girls.
Sorry, but no.
Damn.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time to live in, and I don't want to get on the political side. I don't want to get on the somber side of things, because I think the news and way more credible sources have already done that. This is a historical event, right? This is something that's going to be in the history books, in the textbooks. My kids are going to learn about this in school.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think I knew that from day one. I don't know. I know a few people who are shocked, every time something closes. But I could have told you this in March.
Oh yeah.
As soon as my school shut down, I went, all right. People view this as a threat. This is a virus with no vaccine and no vaccine in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. So every time my mom's going, "Did you hear Famous Dave's closed?" Oh my god, that's just tragic. And I'm like, yeah, I've said the phrase, I could have told you that yesterday, every single day.
I like how the tragedy is Famous Dave's closing.
Yeah, it's Famous Dave's, and like, oh my god, I can't go to Kmart.
Oh my god, not Kmart.
Is Kmart closed?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's possible.
I don't see why.
I'm pretty sure they were close to bankrupt, and if they weren't then, they probably are going to be now.
Woohoo! Coronavirus, the death of business.
Absolutely, that's cool though. No, I think it's a change up.
Yeah,
the daily life. Yeah, 2020 kicking off with a bang with let's hit you with a unexpected change in plans, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think, obviously no one had 2020 vision.
Yeah, dude. Let me say that again.
No one, I mean, obviously no one can predict the future or anything like that. We probably could have predicted the way that some of this went down, but, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And it's equal parts terrifying and boring.
I saw there was a TED Talk by Bill Gates.
Oh yeah. People are going after him right now.
In 2015.
Oh, okay.
This was a TED Talk.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that though, because why are they going at my boy Bill? But it's literally titled "The Next Outbreak, We're Not Ready," and he broke down how the American, in 2015, the system of America is not prepared to deal with this. And take it whatever way you want, but I could definitely say that things aren't as effective as we'd like them to be.
Really?
So I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I'd give that a listen. But why are they going after my man Bill?
He is the target of conspiracy theorists right now. People are saying,
sick, dude.
Yeah, people are saying that he created Corona, or I should say COVID. I don't want to. I don't want to just say Corona. That's not a beer. So people are saying that he either created COVID or he's at the epicenter of it all, or it was his plan to get 5G out there. Or, it's just like.
Wait, hold on. What's the whole 5G thing? Because I've seen that, and I've seen people memeing on it. I think is it the thing, the conspiracy that through 5G cellular service you can contract COVID?
Okay, so that is one of the conspiracy theories, but the 5G conspiracy theory has been going on for a little while. I was seeing posts about it back before COVID. I mean, back in like November, December. I was seeing right when 5G was kind of hitting the market with the iPhone 11 and everything like that, right? People were saying that the 5G radiation would increase your likelihood to get cancer. It would. That was more on the more tame side. On the more drastic side, people are saying that it's going to be used for mind control. That it's just making us all into potatoes and brain dead, so that we can just be used as workforce and slave labor. And then COVID hit, and everyone was like, "See." See, we told you so. And it's like, well, what? You
want to hear something dumb?
Of course.
I didn't know that 5G was anything special. I thought it was. I thought it was what all phones had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it just clicked while you're talking that it's 4G and LTE. That's about as groundbreaking as Mambo number 6.
Is there a Mambo number 6?
This is huge. No,
okay.
There's not. But I'm gonna make it one day. I'm gonna get Lou Vega up and catch him a case again, because man, that song did not age well. Anyways, number 2. I'm going to tell you, these conspiracy theorists, they're all wrong.
Yeah.
All right. It was started by the Russians.
Yeah.
They wanted to reinvigorate the Cold War. And truthfully, we're going to stop it eventually by sending Rocky out there to deal with it, like we've solved the other Cold War problems.
So you're saying that Sylvester Stallone is going to save us from COVID-19?
I think if people in Hollywood are smart, because they love keeping a franchise that was dead alive.
This is true.
Rocky faced his greatest opponent, which was cancer, and he beat it.
Yeah.
In Creed. But if they want to make it great, it's Sylvester Stallone as Rocky finds a cure for COVID, and or beats the living crap out of people who have the virus to cure them.
I think that's going to happen. I think
it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen.
I just imagine you're walking down the streets, a car blasts past you, and it's got a siren, right?
Tinted windows.
It's got a siren on it, on top of it, and it's got this, like, it's like the Purge siren or whatever. It's like just like this klaxon siren that's just going down the street, and you're just so confused. And then you look to where the car was coming from, and you see him in his boxer robe with his gloves on.
Yeah,
and it's
the Italian stallion on the back,
and it's just this. How old is he now? Like 70, 75?
Dude.
It's just this 75-year-old Sylvester Stallone.
His muscles are they're gone.
He's just got these glasses on. He can tell if you have a fever. Then he just starts beating the shit out of whoever.
Oh yeah. Hey, Adrian. This is a conspiracy theory, Adrian. He's like talking to her tombstone because she died in like the third movie?
I've actually never seen a Rocky movie.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I've never seen a Rocky movie. No.
I wasn't a patriot until I'm still not really a patriotic person, but like, oh man, they're so good. It's truly the underdog of America coming out on top and talking like this and Adrian. Oh, dude, they're so good. You gotta watch them. They're so good.
I mean, I probably will one day.
He's just this big dude who's got like this goldfish he talks to most of the time.
That's sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rocky was a big inspiration for me. There's the King of Queens quote. You remember that show? Kevin James.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, throwing wild left field. Where the wife of the show goes, Kevin, is this true that you bought 15 pounds of protein powder? And he's like, yeah, I watched Rocky 3 and got real worked up and went on Amazon. And I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
Sitcoms, I don't think, are what they used to be in the early 2000s.
No, they're not.
I think everybody loves Raymond. Oh,
I mean, I didn't watch sitcoms. I was young. I watched cartoons.
Yeah, I was a big brain. I voted for Al Gore in the 2000 election.
Okay, no, I see. Yes, I understand now.
Yes, even though I was approximately 1 year old.
Not even.
Not even.
Were you born in 2000? Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Wow.
And I know King of Queens. I'm better than the rest of them.
If we're talking about movies and COVID, did you hear about? Well, did you hear about the Trolls thing? Did you hear about, the drama that ensued because of it?
Yeah, with Universal, right?
Yeah.
Universal and AMC?
Yeah. So, for the listeners, I mean, it's pretty headlining news right now, but
it won't be in a few days. For sure.
just to briefly sum it up,
Universal will still be millionaires.
Yeah. So to sum it up, it's the movie Trolls World Tour was supposed to release not only during the COVID-19 outbreak, but specifically like within the week that all theaters shut down due to government mandate. So Universal was like, well, we still want to release the movie, might as well just put it up on a website, just stream it. And they expected it to do well because, Trolls franchise, you got Justin Timberlake attached to it, and all these people are home. It made $100 million in its first week, which then brings up the question of, well, shit, can we just do this? Is this the norm? Can we just bypass the middleman of the theater, and can we go right into a straight to streaming service kind of thing? Which I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Where do you stand on that?
Well, ever since Netflix kind of Fredoed Blockbuster, you know what I mean, when they just took a gun to Blockbuster and took them out.
In a very,
they say a Hail Mary.
In a very layman term, yes.
Yeah, for people that get that Godfather 2 reference. But as I think people knew in 2008 that this was going to happen. Like, that was the big fear. As soon as people were talking about streaming services, one, it was the talk about how the theaters and how they're declining, and how they have to do all these, smoke and mirror techniques, I call them, I guess. Like the food and the reclining chairs and the lights, and they make it more of an experience because people prefer to be in their home and watch these movies, even if it takes them months to come out. And I think it's been possible for so long for them to just do this, but I don't know. Hollywood it's a scary place. I don't recommend it, Jacob.
Well,
it's very cryptid. That I imagine that AMC had them not hostage, but like really wanted to make sure as a point to not have this happen. Yeah. And now that Universal is doing this, I think it's the first step in a long line of companies starting to do this.
Well, how about this? What would you like to see happen?
Frankly, I'd like to see an Indiana Jones 5 directed by Spielberg, but that's besides the point.
No, I mean specifically, would you like to see the absence of theaters, like, and just streaming services? Like, where's your head at?
So I love movies. For people that don't know me, I'm assuming you do.
I do. Yes.
I know you do. I love movies. I love them. And I love the theater.
Yeah.
So many experiences as a young kid going with my dad and my brother, and him forcing me to not get popcorn. But, just like all these... It was an experience, and there's so many memories going to the theater for midnight showings, and... The theater's always been such a great place, and that having that huge screen has really, led me to a lot of my dreams that I have today. There's nothing like going to a movie theater and seeing a movie that's so good that afterwards you're just like, man, I love the entire idea of this. And it's sad. It's sad thinking of a future where theaters are outlawed and the government has a ban on movie theaters, and
yeah. Well, I mean,
RoboCop's walking around, but
I don't personally think it'll get that big, brother. I don't
think it will either.
I don't think that theaters will be banned. I just think they'll go out of business. Yeah. But I mean, if my argument, my stance, my position, I guess, is that I would love to see theaters stay, because and okay, this is where I guess I'm going to get a little pretentious, right? So, what I learned at university is, films are made with the intent of an audience, and not just a one-on-one audience, a multiple audience, a room full of people to watch that. It's films are made that way, and the evidence of that is in things like YouTube videos, right? If you know that your audience is all going to be at home on their couch and it's just going to be one or two people watching your video on a screen, per screen, then you're looking at your content that you have to make, and you can dumb it down. I mean, like, look at Jake Paul, look at his content and how stylized it is and how personalized it is to his audience, because he knows that if he keeps it personalized, then people will keep watching because it's just one person on the other side of the screen. Sure, he's talking to however million people he has subscribed to him, but he's banking on the fact that he's getting personal with each and every one of them, because it's only them looking at one screen. Whereas when you're in a movie theater, it's 20, 30, or even, when you catch a B-rated movie or a second-run theater, and it's just you and maybe another couple or another group of friends in there with you, it's a different feel, it's a different style. So when you get to feature-length films, you then are put in a position where there are certain topics that can be explored when you count on a one-on-one, we'll call it the one-on-one experience, being at home looking at one screen, and then we'll call the other side of the argument the theater experience. So when you're at the one-on-one experience, you can sit through a film that is however long, because it doesn't matter how long it is. You can pause it, you can get up, you can go take a bathroom break. You're not missing anything, right? You can also digest certain topics a lot better because you're not in front of anyone else. You don't have to react a certain way. You're not feeling pressured socially. So when harsher topics, more intimate topics come up, then it's easier for you to digest and take on. Whereas if that same topic was brought up in the theater experience, then you're like, oh man, this is really uncomfortable for me, and it's uncomfortable because I'm around all these other people, and I know that this person experienced like that, and you don't know about anybody else in the theater, and it's just a different, more living experience. It brings you more into the movie, into the scene. And I think that when you have the experience of the theater, you're all experiencing that film together, and I think that's what's key, because regardless of whether you know people, regardless of what the film is, it's the whole room watching the same film. And when you're watching Star Wars and epic battle moment happens, the whole crowd goes, yeah, fuck yeah, like, this is great. But and then the same reaction goes over when it's like a sad or somber moment. But then if you're on that one-on-one experience, then it's like, that really cool moment happens, but you don't really react to it. You're just kind of sitting there. You're just like, oh, yeah, that was cool, but like, maybe I'll text about it, maybe I'll tweet about it, but I'm not going to jump up and down. At least, I mean, I might, because I like to actively watch films like that, and I'm not saying that, everyone is not going to react, but, it's just a different experience, and I think that theaters are actually more crucial to film and filmmaking than people realize.
I agree with a lot of it and disagree with a little bit of your statement.
Okay.
I disagree when you talk about Jake Paul. It's his name, right? Yeah. 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 I'm gonna act like I don't know who that is.
Yeah, is he a small YouTuber?
I really wish I didn't, but
he's small. He's a smaller YouTuber than me. We'll put it at that.
Oh yeah, good. I hope he gets 19 subs soon. But when you compare, movies to how people like him have to do it, I think it's different because it's closer to a TV show, but not even that. He has to keep the attention of these people because I think the shorter the video, the shorter attention span you're going to have. And yes, by targeting that audience, it's different, but I still think movies can survive by being their feature length, online, because you're getting yourself into a movie. Rather than, I'm going to go check this video, see what this video is about. I don't like the first 10 seconds. I'm going to watch something else. And you could do that with movies now. I'm not saying that I do that. But I think it's going to be less likely than how people experience YouTube videos now. But I do agree with the whole audience. Movies are made for an audience. I think the biggest key thing that I've learned from my movie-going experiences and the probably thousands of dollars I've wasted. It's for a comedy movie. My brother taught me this. He said for a comedy movie and for horror movies, the best seat in the theater is in the closest clumps of people.
Oh yeah.
You want to be surrounded by people.
Oh yeah.
Especially like I went and saw Paranormal Activity. No, I saw Purge. Different. He saw Paranormal Activity too. That's what his experience was.
Okay.
But when you get scared, you get scared. And one, it's more terrifying because of the ambiance of the environment that you're in, and the huge screen in front of you that you can't avoid, even if you try. Trust me, I have. But everyone jumps. And then you get that moment of reassurance where you're like, okay, this is like fun. You get that more fun vibe because you're like, yeah, all these people are scared too.
Yeah.
For comedies, it's hard to... It's not hard, but it's easier for me to laugh out loud, at least, when I'm surrounded by people.
Yes.
Other people find it funny, and laughter makes people laugh.
Yes.
So I just remember being in theaters and cackling at some Judd Apatow films.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had a great time watching the Emoji Movie in theaters.
Oh my god, so did I. I would never. It was because I was with a group of friends.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, granted, the children were annoying. I loved watching the Emoji Movie as much as I was acting like I hated it. Because I knew you guys were going through the same hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so great. It was, and we were, weren't we front row for that? We were up there.
Yeah, we were front row. We had masks.
Yeah, we had the emoji masks.
God.
Yeah.
Remember when we saw Ma? Or
I
Mama,
do.
or whatever it's called?
No, it is Ma. M-A exclamation point.
I've blocked out most of that memory from my brain.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, spoilers to anyone who wants to watch a bad movie. Yeah. Also, I apologize if anyone can hear the train in the background.
I definitely can. It's the Polar Express, Jacob.
Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. My audio clipped out.
You mean guy? You mean the one person who's watching this?
Why are you assuming that it's a guy? Why are you assuming that's a male?
Listen. Because you said guys, I went to the singular form.
But guys, I think guys is gender neutral, but guy is not. That's where I stand on
gals. No, it should be folks.
Yeah.
I like folks a lot. I think that brings character. I like to bring character to my speech. That's another time. Talk about Ma.
Yes, okay, yeah. So Ma.
As much as I don't want to.
I do remember the movie pretty clearly. I think that obviously Octavia Spencer did a great job. She definitely probably has back problems from carrying that movie.
In every aspect.
Yeah. And the one moment of that film that just resonates so well with me, I don't know if it's in a good way or in a bad way, but it's that scene where she is stalking that jogger mom in her car.
Oh, yeah.
And then she runs her over to Eye of the Tiger.
That was pretty nice. That was the only part of the movie that I was like,
I lost it. Cool. I lost it. That was great. I was laughing so hard.
Only good part of the movie. I
also liked when she stitched that one girl's mouth shut.
Yeah, that brief second.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, cool in concept, but that's your entire ending. I don't know. It was you showed it off in the trailer like that was supposed to be the whole movie, and that was the whole theme of the movie. And for that to be the last 5 minutes, I bring up Ma.
Yeah.
For this reason, because we're talking about the audience.
That's true. Yes.
I was such an asshole. There's not a better word for that.
Yes, you were.
I didn't care. I didn't care. I was so done by the end of that movie because I went into this movie so excited.
Yeah.
And that's the worst.
Yeah.
When you get your hopes up
and then it's just
go,
shattered.
I've been waiting for this movie.
That reality.
This looks okay.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for that part in the trailer, and you're like, man, it's gonna be like the first 10 minutes. It literally every 20 minutes went by. Jacob and I slowly realized what we were getting ourselves into.
Yeah. It was,
and we're sidebarring, and we're like, oh no. I wanted to. By the end of it, when I realized that the good part of the movie in the trailer was legitimately the last 10 minutes, even.
Oh yeah.
I got so mad. I started just woo yeah in the middle of the theater, like a jackass.
Yeah.
And if you're watching that movie at home, you could, one, turn that off without feeling bad.
Yeah.
And two, not have to deal with, this just animal in the theater.
I mean, it's not even a so bad it's good movie.
No.
It's...
Because it's trying to be good. It's not fine with being bad. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I think that where its flaws are in its execution. Like we just talked about, it has a lot of great ideas in concept, but the execution of a lot of those were poorly timed, too drawn out, too short. The twist at the end with the daughter was a little gratuitous, I guess.
Yeah, it was fine. It was whatever.
But it was I don't know. It had all these puzzle pieces that never got placed anywhere. And then it was so linear. It was so predictable, and the trailer gave away most of it, which sucked. But also, I was kind of almost grateful that I had seen the trailer, because then it was oh. It just showed me how bad of a movie it was. That all of the punches were in the trailer,
Yeah, I'm getting worked up again just thinking about it, because it's in the trailer. It's legitimately it shows the coolest part and the last 10 minutes of the movie, but makes it seem like they're individual cases, to where this is what will be happening through the movie.
Yes.
Nope, it's a slow burn teen drama with Octavia Spencer wanting to be cool again because she gave a blowy to some dude who said haha JK.
Oh my god, that made me angry.
No, I was so happy after that happened.
Really?
I went, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm like, what happened to the writer? I was like, what happened to you? Where are you drawing this from? Is this some sick fantasy? I'm gonna fucking kill all their children and sew their mouths shut.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I'm upset. But no, yeah, it's you think it's gonna be the whole movie. You think it's gonna legitimately be okay, she's gonna sew this girl's mouth shut in one scene. And then she's gonna do that one thing to that one guy. I forgot. Like I said, I blocked out most of it. But it's legitimately 10 seconds, barely any reaction, because the one girl is gagged, and then she's like, I'm gonna kill you! And then she dies. And then everyone's happy. And...
La-di-da. La-di-da.
Everything, life goes on.
Let's go home.
Yeah. And,
we left the theater pretty fast.
Yeah, because I wanted to leave earlier, but I needed to stick through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I've stuck like there have been some films that like have impacted me, and whether I'm like at home watching it on my laptop or in a theater, and I it ends and I'm just like, wow, like you just need that second to breathe and to think and to process it a little bit and just kind of like sit with that ending. But then there's other movies where you're just like, all right, I am done. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
I haven't seen a lot. Maybe if you bring some up, what are some other movies that made you like as mad as I was at the end of mine?
Mad?
Not mad, but like same thing where you're just vastly disappointed. You're not even having fun.
Allied. With I think it's Scarlett Johansson, but it's definitely Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's about Brad Pitt's character. He's a spy, and here let me look it up. Let me pull it up.
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
It's directed by Robert Zemeckis, which is disappointing.
Yeah, it's just
he did Back to the Future. For those who don't know.
Yeah. It was 2016. It's a 2016 movie.
Also, by the way, it's not.
It's not ScarJo.
It's not ScarJo. Yeah, it's Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, oh man, what is she from?
Probably never got work again.
Jesus. Oh yeah, she's the girl from Inception. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. So, Allied is he was a spy here's the IMDb description. In 1942, a Canadian intelligence officer in North Africa encounters a female French resistance fighter on a deadly mission behind enemy lines. When they reunite in London, their relationship is tested by the pressures of war. So,
it sounds okay.
Yeah, no,
it sounds okay.
It is okay. But I was exhausted. It was so exhausting to watch this movie because you're watching Brad Pitt trying to be a knockoff James Bond, but without being James Bond. He's just like he had the air, like he had like the aesthetic and the posture of James Bond, but he just wasn't the interesting bits of James Bond. And Marion Cotillard. Oh, wow.
Oh, God, no. It's the first one better than the second, for sure. Cotillard? Marion? Is that her name?
I mean, she's definitely French. But...
Oh, oui.
And it's also written by Stephen Knight, and I really like Stephen Knight. He did Peaky Blinders.
Oh, no clue.
You don't know? Okay, we'll talk about Peaky Blinders after this. But basically, Allied has... I mean, like, it is a good movie, and I should probably watch it again. But when it got to the end and the whole twist happened, I just wasn't moved. It just didn't impact me.
Was she a double agent?
Yeah.
Was she actually... Yeah. She was a Nazi?
No. It was a little bit more complicated than that.
Come on.
Dude, I mean, you obviously don't care if I spoil it, right?
Yeah, no, dude, I'm trying to guess it.
Okay, so...
spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Bwah, bwah. So, she marries Brad Pitt. They're starting to live a life. They have a kid, but she starts acting weird. He starts trying to figure out why. And then he finds out that she's a double agent, but she's forced to be a double agent. She doesn't want to be a double agent. And then they get, like, bombed because, the war's still going on. And they're in London. So they get bombed, and he's, like, trying to save her. He's trying to, like, get her out of this shitty situation. And they go on this smuggling run, and like he's trying
hold on. Let me guess the ending a little bit.
Yeah.
So I imagine there's dialogue between Marion and Brad, and Brad discovers a big secret She goes, I did not want you to discover my secret like this.
Yeah,
and he goes, you're right, I didn't. But, God, if I don't love you. And then they make out on the Eiffel Tower. And he goes, I love you, Marianne. She goes, I love you too, Brad Pitt. Right? Am I right? Is that kind of like what happened?
Alright, so I watched this movie back in 2016, so as far as I care, and as far as you know, yes, that's what happened.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so smart.
She totally does not get shot in the head by a Nazi at the end of it.
Oh, no way! That's pretty sick.
But that's what I'm saying. When that happened, when that moment happened, when like, that was supposed to be...
died?
Yeah, that was supposed to be emotional. I was watching this with my dad. We felt nothing.
He felt nothing?
Yeah, no, we were just like...
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine.
You're saying my dad can't feel feelings?
No, I'm saying that this movie sucks, but also, yes.
I'm not saying that this movie sucks. I'm saying that it did a lot of things right. It just didn't, it just didn't leave me in awe. You know? It was definitely a better movie than Ma, but I've also seen way better films than this.
Do you see Uncut Gems?
I did not. My parents actually... My whole family watched that. They rented it and watched it without me while I was... I don't actually remember what I was doing. I think I was out with the boys. The boys.
But what they think?
My mom and sister didn't like it, and my dad loved it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Safdie brothers are very talented and next thing up and coming. I highly recommend that you watch that movie. If you can't find it anywhere, I will give you my voodoo.
Yeah, no, I 100% want to watch it. I just haven't.
Have you seen any of their other movies, the Safdie brothers?
What have they done?
Good Time?
No.
That's Robert Pattinson and Benny Safdie. Robert Pattinson is an ex-con who's still a con who needs to rob a bank, and then uses him and his autistic brother go and rob banks.
Really?
Together, he gets his brother to do all this. Huh. Oh my God, Robert Pattinson.
How do you spell Safdie?
Safdie. They also did a movie about heroin junkies, which I need to watch.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I think it was their first movie.
Daddy Longlegs? Wow.
Oh, it's Heaven Knows That. I don't know Daddy Longlegs.
The Black Balloon.
But their movies are about, they say, they're about winners that aren't winning.
Oh.
They're about people who are always, they're usually good at what they do, but they're not right now.
Yeah, yeah. They did the music video for Jay-Z's Marcy Me.
Whoa, no way!
Yeah, that's what... Well, I'm looking at their IMDb, so... I
gotta watch that.
I'm looking at Benny Safdie's.
Yeah, Benny
IMDb.
Safdie. His face looks like a Greek sculpture, but it's supposed to be hot, and he's like a very sculpted face, but he just looks ugly.
Wow.
It's yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little judgmental. They're very talented, though. Sandler should have gotten a nomination, at least.
Really? What makes
Absolutely.
you say that? What about his performance made you say that?
He plays a sleazeball and does it so good. I've never had so much anxiety watching a movie.
Really?
And that's the whole movie. Absolutely. It's an anxiety fest the entire time. It's about a dude who's got a problem, a gambling problem.
Yeah,
and
I knew that.
Yeah, so he'll get money, and these loan sharks are chasing him the whole time and threatening to beat him up and doing shit to him. And then he'll get money or get a piece of jewelry from some famous person, and he'll go and pawn it for more money to go bet on sports because he thinks he can win it bigger. Yeah, it's so good.
Just stop. I guess that's the movie, right?
You need to watch it. Yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah, I believe you, and I will watch it.
That's one that stuck with me. And then the one that I think about a lot, it's a Seth Rogen rom-com.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to remember the name. Long Shot.
Long Shot.
Yeah, it's with him and Charlize Theron.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it was a movie that like you saw the trailer for, and you were like, "Oh, cool." I'm not gonna go see it, but I imagine it's gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
And so she's like running for president, and needs like a comedic writer, and she runs into a kid she used to babysit, who is now doing comedy, who's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And it's a rom-com of them like falling in love. And oh man, it was so sweet, and it stuck with me since I saw it in theaters alone. It's very good. I thought it was Judd Apatow, but it's not. That's when I just say just watch it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But
yeah,
the soft spot in me was like, wow, this isn't Ma. This is great.
Well, I mean, I love Charlize Theron, so I will probably see it just for her.
Yeah, if you don't do it for anything else, she's so good in it too. Well,
she's just great in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't to this day, I don't think I've seen a movie that I haven't liked with her, but I also haven't seen all her movies, so.
Yeah, let me get a quick search on IMDb. I could probably find one. I'm a pretty cynical person.
I really liked her in Mad Max. I mean,
didn't she? Oh yeah.
Mad Max was also just amazing. So.
She played Bob Dylan. Was that her?
Wait, what?
No.
What?
There's a Bob Dylan movie that's played by a female. He's played by a female, and it's supposed to be really good. 63 actress credits. Shnikes.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's in Robot Chicken. She's credited in Robot Chicken.
Oh, she was Rita in Arrested Development. That's why she looks so familiar. That's such a terrible arc. You ever watch that show?
Arrested Development? No.
Yeah.
I've been told
fantastic
to watch
show.
it. But I it's just one of those things. Like
it's one of those things. I understand. Yeah. That's Twin Peaks for me. I'm currently.
Come on,
I started it in school, and then I didn't go back to school. So
fuck me up with some David Lynch. Fuck me up,
dude. Her first movie is Children of the Corn 3.
Yes, it is, and she's uncredited.
Jeez, for all that hard work that she did. How dare they?
How dare they snub Charlize Theron?
You know, they did go, you know, she's going to be the next big thing. Let's snag her for Children of the Corn 3 before anyone else knows.
Little did they know that they were actually casting one of the hottest celebrities to this day.
Hottest in which way? Both?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Because to me, it came off as, yeah, she's hot. But it also came off as, she's doing great.
I meant it.
And I think they both apply.
I meant it in she's doing great, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, words have two meanings.
Yes.
Cate Blanchett.
What is she up to right now? What is Cate Blanchett?
Living somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh, yeah.
Singing Imagine.
Was she a part of that video? I never saw the full video.
Probably. I never saw any of them. But
That's funny. You know, yes. Some people are saying that she's the next Meryl Streep or something. Or she has, like, potential for it. I mean, yeah.
She was great in Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah?
Irina Spokana?
Are we gonna stick with Indiana Jones 4? Is that...
I could talk about Indiana Jones 4 for 4 days.
Maybe next time. But we are actually
we'll have a whole podcast.
We are actually coming up on time right now. So
we are.
Kate Blanchet was Hela in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
okay.
I knew that.
All right. Well,
documentary now. She's got enough like credits where she's not pretentious and like, I don't want to do The Simpsons or I don't want to do documentary now.
She was in
like
Family
she is
Guy.
in a lot.
She was in Family Guy, so
Family Guy, a bunch of unnamed stuff, but then like Ocean's 8 and Thor Ragnarok and the Monuments Men and The Hobbit, and she's can do anything.
Yeah, you know,
and she wants
range. Range is everything.
Truly,
you know,
if once you make it, you could be pretentious. You can sit there and go, I'm only gonna do, I don't know, Blumhouse horror films. And sometimes you get typecasted.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you do.
I truly think that, yeah, if you're good, then you could do anything.
And with that, with that really nice, succinct way to motivate everyone, we'll end it. We'll end it there. So,
yeah.
Thanks for listening. If you have any feedback, this is our test episode, so leave it in the comments below. What we could do to make it better, what you want to hear from us, and who knows, maybe we like you enough to throw you a bone. So,
let's do the fun. Ahead. I've been, we'll close it off real well.
You want to close? What?
Yeah, start off, end it with like, I've been Jacob Ringo.
Oh.
I think that'd be great.
All right, so I've been Jacob Ringo, and this is my co-host.
No, I've been Gary Busey's face jowls. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay. You're talking about a little bit. You're talking about.
No, I wanted you to be the straight man and me to be Gary Busey's wrinkles. Let's do that again. You can cut this out.
All right, so I've been your host, Jacob Ringo.
And I've been your host, the Challenger Rocket.
And this disaster of an episode.
That's the spaceship that exploded with the teacher on board.
I'm well aware of what the Challenger was.
All right, let's do it one more time.
Okay, yeah. I've been your host, Jacob Ringo.
And I've been your co-host, Sharon Tate's body double.
And
good night.
This has been the test episode of Vibin, the podcast. Let us know what you think, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.